continue on. Let's start with Rebecca.
Hi, I am Rebecca, and I play Owen, the Lady of Veracrest and the Autumn Princess.
Awesome. Emily.
You're gonna start turning into like Daenerys, where you have like 18 titles. Hi, I'm Emily. I play Lady Beatrice, who is the mage spellcaster thing that I still don't have a name for. I should have figured that out by now. Witch, probably.
After 15 years of play, we officially have all the characters with titles in the game. So
that's very true. We all have titles at this point.
Yeah. All right. And last but not least, Nicole.
Hi, I'm Nicole. I play Sir Elian the Lost, formerly called the Fae Knight. And I'm looking over here is because I have a tiny orange demon who may launch herself in my face to gnaw on me.
Show us your guests if you can.
Yep, show the guests.
Show
it's the best
the boy.
You show mine, but they're not nearly as tiny and cute anymore.
Silly.
But they're big and cute.
Yeah, they are. They're just kind of jerks. She's so small.
Little
you might have to hold her up.
I know.
Oh, Bagel. Bagel said, I'm going to eat your headphones.
What is that? I need to bite
What is it? What is it?
Get it, Bagel. Get it. Agent of
Chaos.
Chaos.
This is their chew toy. I have two favorite chew toys.
Man, it is hot here. So if I seem
it is so hot here. It's so hot.
I watch the Sunday games. I watch the Sunday games and I look at Mark and Thomas and I'm just like, I'm so jealous that it's winter where you guys live.
Yeah, it's so. I live I would describe we're probably close to Winterfell as far as north to south goes, where I live, but it is currently 95 Fahrenheit or about 35 Celsius at 8 o'clock at night. So that's a good time. Lovely sleep tonight, I'm sure. And we're about as equipped for it as Texas is for snowstorms, so just keep that in mind. All right, let's go ahead and dive into the most cinematic part of Pendragon, which is Winter Phase. Okay, the calculation
the other half of
phase.
Winter Phase.
Yeah.
Yes. Because it was too late last time.
Mm-hmm.
All
right.
Add glory to our sheets.
Yes, I have added it.
I have added thine glory. 1 sec. You know what? I worked on actually making a good. I made a pretty decent update to the Anarchy one, I'm gonna say. So I'm gonna drag that over their Winter Phase. If I can bring that one over.
But yes, if you check the Insight Glory tab, your totals are all added up for the year.
Okay,
this is probably a good amount of glory for Beatrice.
Yes. To note, I don't have access to your sheets, so I haven't also added your, famous traits and such.
Yeah.
Well,
so maybe
how dare you?
It's okay. We do glory at the very, very end, so we're okay.
Right.
We'll get to that. For now we'll jump through the fun stuff. Let's start with Emily rolling a D8. Let's see. Okay.
This is 6.
Okay. I think I got that right. Hold on. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I'm good. I'm back with it. I'm alive.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if I am.
Did everyone go up in age? Have we done that part yet? Everyone.
I didn't.
Yes, we did.
Okay. If you didn't,
Really
just
not.
I
here.
did.
And it was noted that old ones did not, for reasons.
Because stuff and things.
Oh,
Because stuff and
you
things.
still raise it. You just there's got to be like a visual, you know.
Huh? Because for the time she spent like a year's worth of time in Faerie. And
Do you spend 3 months in Faerie?
no, it's added up.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't quite work the way if reality goes. So
Okay.
Yeah.
Got you. So then I'm only 6 months behind still.
So the way it works effectively is what you are means that you age slower in general. That will always be the case.
Right.
When you guys jump into Faerie, the way you jump into Faerie, that can change things as far as when you make those rolls to see how much time actually passed. That's where it's like
so
if time gets out of sync. But
those 3 months
for those 3 months you're
passed.
in sync. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm only
That's why
6 months
Beatrice and
behind.
Olwen are 3 years behind where they're supposed to be.
Right.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm only...
Something about your vow and acceptance there means that when you go to and from specifically for that duty, it's in sync.
Okay.
Fae is weird. Okay.
Basta.
Basta.
Just Basta.
Okay. We will... Nothing to talk about there. You guys paid for Rich last year, didn't you?
We did. I have that listed. So we have minus 1d6 to fate, plus 1 luck in winter of 501, which is right now.
Okay, I'm going to make you all sow your own weather, so I need a d6 from each of you. And then it's... Yep, that's about right. 6 plus 6 plus 3 plus 6. Oh, that's an old...
Oh.
That
The first
that was the one
D8.
that she just rolled.
Okay. So 20. I was
6, 3,
So
5.
so you are rolling against a weather of 20 this year. So let's see how that goes. In other words, it's a tough year for your lands, but you guys have some perks because of the events you've accounted for. So let's see where that goes. Let's start with a misfortune event. We have one. Who wants to do the fortune event for the manor? I'll give it. We'll say it's Rebecca, or you can delegate it if you want someone else to.
I'll do it.
Be
Sure.
responsible.
Like, don't make me do it.
What you want me to roll?
D100.
Just one, right?
Oh wait, before you do that, we
Mhm.
need a D6 plus 1.
Seven.
All right. Because of your mother's blessing, you have a benefit from land. Now, that means you're all on the good table. So D100 on the good table. Let's see what happens.
$21.
21.
Ooh.
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 Cadby comes for a visit. Or is this your mother?
Oh, that's
But it is supposed to be good luck.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be good things.
Um,
I would argue Mab is a bad thing.
well, the
That is a
advantage,
point.
the outcome is check to hunting and all creatures, monsters cleared from manor area. So there is that advantage regardless. I will allow you, it can either be, and I'll leave this one for you, Rebecca. It can either be Cadby or it can be your mother with the Goblin Knight leading the hunt.
Ooh, sweeten the pot. I'll roll for it. How is that? I'll roll a D2.
Okay.
1 is Mab and 2 is Cadby. It's the Goblin Knight.
Okay. So everyone who participates, and I think you guys would probably be forced to some degree, you can choose falconry or hunting for a tick.
Oh, Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna make me roll it. I was like,
No.
oh god.
No, you get an automatic
Is it
tick in falconry
falconry
or hunting. Did
or
you
hunting?
spend your time falconing?
Balcony. Bird watching.
No, it's a totally different. Birding is what they call that. I
No,
almost said
no,
birding.
no, no.
Yep.
It's a different
Are we
thing.
including secondary characters in
I'm-
that?
I was just looking.
Falconry, I would like to point out, is the most useless thing I can tick, but it is the only thing I think Beatrice would tick for
You never
it.
know. I mean, mostly, but you never know.
You know? You know?
Maybe
I
one.
will-
Alien
bird.
actually have points in that.
I'll take hunting.
Yeah, your choice. You
As-
each get to tick one, and then the one of the
Yeah.
keys is if you roll anything about monsters or anything showing up in your lands, it doesn't exist.
Ooh.
Because
Ooh.
they were smited.
Yep.
Boot. The
Okay.
goblin guy.
Okay, that brings us to
Goblin
Commodore
Bunny.
Justice. Who's dealing with Olwen's Justice? Who is your Just Knight this time?
Let's see. I feel like Bowie, Every, and Elian has done it already. So
True. Yeah.
Can I delegate any of the other knights, or does it have to be one of the PC knights?
No, you
Which
can
is
delegate
totally
anyone.
I think a couple knights are in need to win themselves back into some good graces. So I'm gonna say it's Dogged's turn. Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say Brock.
There was
I was
there
like,
was
oh,
a
good
worst
lord.
choice.
All right,
Yeah.
let's see what Dog is dealing with. An ordinary peddler, a disheartened poor old widow. It's involving a petty theft, something to do with a necromancer and the grandmother. Okay, so this is the ordinary peddler claims to be the grandson of Lilo.
Ooh,
Mm-hmm.
Lilo out here.
It's a very good thing
Right.
getting to sign Alien because I have that whole suspicious peddlers thing.
It's just peddlers. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that would have sucked.
And apparently,
Or been
this
awesome.
peddler supposedly stole from a poor old widow that's still around in your lands.
What you gonna do, Dogged?
You know that poor old widow is too. We're gonna make that Iran's mom. She's getting up there probably.
Oh,
Oh
no.
no!
45 plus 15,
Poor
Oh,
old
no.
woman.
60 years age. She's getting up there.
Damn.
Oh no.
We need to spend more time with her.
We do. Yeah, we should have been going out there and checking on her family over there.
Imagine Olwen brings her soup like once or twice a month, at least.
All right. So this is a dogged test. I don't know if we do have a sheet for him now. Do we have anything in the realm of just? We don't. We expressed a thought that he probably is.
A brat.
I don't know if we've ever really said whether or not he's just or not. You know, like I don't think honor maybe, but just I'm not sure. So, I'm gonna say he's no lower than 10. Max, we'll say 16. At worst, he's famous for it. No, he's got a 10. 10-10 is what it is.
Hmm.
Maybe a little bit of the whole love of family thing has pulled him back down from former. Yeah.
His mother-in-law.
Oh yeah, that would make this
That's
really
his mother-in-law.
His
that's
mother-in-law.
true.
Yeah.
Let's see how he rolls on this one.
Conflict of interest.
A very big conflict. How unfortunate for that peddler.
That sucks, dude.
Oh, crits it.
Oh.
Yeah. 11. Let me add that to the sheet now. That's become important.
Was that just or arbitrary?
That was just, which means
Oh, okay.
I think, much to his mother-in-law's dismay, he doesn't automatically rule against this thief, and instead this is sent to evidence, which they have none of. So, it's not win. You sent him out here to win points with his wife, and I'm not sure he just did that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, poor dog. Doggett at this point is like, I'm gonna be paying for this for the rest of my life.
Oh, buddy.
I think he literally pays for it out of pocket, like
Yep.
for whatever was stolen. And,
Yeah.
Oh, buddy.
Yeah.
That was great. That was awesome.
Okay. So let's see. The crit's really good for you guys though. That means reduce hatred of landlord by 2.
What?
Oh, cool. Hatred landlord goes up down to -2.
Yeah. It can do that.
It can do that?
For this, I think it's a crit. Yep. Test concern commoners now. Olin.
Will do. Yes.
Okay.
I'm good. Success.
All right. So that reduces your misfortune. That's big by 5. So that 20 is now 15. So now it's a stewardship versus the 15. When you are ready, you can make your distaff roll.
Roll me Toby. 13 success.
Tie, but a success for you means tie win is normal.
Cool.
So the question for you is, do you? Let's maybe pause there because the next part's really important. We are gonna pick up in April of the year. Beatrice is just beginning to show.
Beatrice. Beatrice.
She's married.
Beatrice.
However, another key event. I gotta do the math here. And we might need to backpedal to solve this. So I'm gonna pull this above table and just verify. But if memory serves and I understand things correctly, Olwen, unless you have some ability to hide this, you are 7 months showing at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. I will give you this. I don't know how much you want to hide it from the public, but technically you have a glamour needle.
I think she would try.
Okay. We'll maybe address that like at the end. We'll give you one test for the whole time.
Owen, just an operative question. I'm just past showing. Olwen is like very pregnant at this point.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Roll you did at the beginning. The D8 was to determine how many months into
Okay.
post marriage. So,
Yeah, post.
yes, very important.
Post.
It's a wholesome game. No, I'm just kidding.
So,
yeah.
I mean, we're pagans.
My part of it is.
We say wholesome and then Olwood isn't the married.
It's wholesome, all right.
She's
Fair.
fucking great.
That's not going to pose any issues later on.
No.
Ever.
Nope.
Do you? So, given that, you'll note that there are advantages to living well, like child survival rolls receive +1 modifier and childbirth rolls receive +3 modifier. Would you like to live rich?
You know what? Beatrice is my dear friend, and she is pregnant. I think that it's very important that that sort of thing is maintained. Yeah.
Okay. That will cost you 4 Libra.
That is okay.
They just gave us so much Libra.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I
That
need
was
to mark
so
that on
much
my...
money.
Oh yeah, I didn't mark it on my sheet. Cool. So
I'm wondering if
God, I feel like
told us.
Florence. I'm just yes, let's live richly.
Yeah.
Okay,
Spoiled.
yes.
Spoiled. No. So.
Wow. Oh, true for him. Right,
So
Libra misspent.
let us see here. It'd be funny, is like if you live richly, it'd be pretty funny if it just automatically came with a lazy tick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you did it
That's the
so often, for sure, yeah.
I'm not gonna do that just to this game, but I like that as like an overall thought.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah. I think Florence deserves it.
You can still you can still combat that with an energetic, an investment. But it's like, man, but I got people to do that for me. Like, anyways, that brings us to the horse survival and breeding of horses. Let's address the elephant in the room, which is our 1,000,000-year-old turnip. How old is Turnip now?
He's 16.
Turnip is he's 16. He's going to be turning 17.
Turnip.
Okay.
No.
So we roll a d20.
Where's
only on a 1 does he pass, but we get a -1 for every 1 year over 7. And he's 10 years over 7, yes?
He will be. Yeah, so I guess they all age before the roll goes. So
yeah.
It's either 6 or... Okay, so
yeah,
then yes.
Okay, so d20 minus 10. It's a coin flip on the alive or dead. Oh, Turnip passes this year.
Oh, Turnip.
I made a tiny rip turnip sign. It's not going to show it because I have the blur
on.
I
can see it a little
rip
bit.
Turnip. I knew it was going to happen.
Turnip.
No.
Turnip.
Fell served us well.
The truck.
The worst part is he rolled a 10, so it's barely.
It's barely. Everybody's going to mourn Turnip. The entire server is just like, Turnip, no.
This episode turns into them.
It's the Turnip Memorial.
Yeah.
Beatrice.
I'm going to make
Turnip
Memorial art.
Are you going to name your child Turnip?
Yeah, of course. The child Turnip.
Sir Turnip, the best of us.
Sir Turnip?
No.
Womp womp. Crossing him off.
Well, some of our horses, though, are Turnip's children.
Yeah, probably.
Well, no, we rolled it once, and we were like, oh, Turnip. I remember once there were jokes.
Mm-hmm.
So we have Turnip descendants. Probably 2 generations of them by now. Good God.
And
oh yeah.
Have we determined D6 on all of our horses to determine if they give birth? But it's not a 2+. That should be a 5+ right now.
Okay. So. All right. So we have 5 chargers. So. Yeah. And you said a D6?
Yep.
I'm just gonna roll 5d6. Hopefully that works. Okay, 1, 1, 4, 1, and 5 for the chargers. So 1 gives birth?
Yeah. Let me just check. Yeah. In the future, if you ever live superlative, horse survival rolls receive a +2 modifier.
Turnip could have lived. Someone uses their redeem roll on that.
I mean, I didn't use it.
I was surprised someone didn't at that point.
For turnip, yeah.
For turnip.
For
So for
turnip.
Frodo.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, and I have 5 rounds. So sorry, what was that about the superlative? Does that affect any of our rolls right now?
No, in the future,
Okay.
if you ever like really care about a horse situation.
Got you.
Yeah. Also on top of that, childbirth rolls receive +5, so really good if you're in the middle of like the wasteland or something. Anyways, let's continue on.
5 round C.
5 round C.
Fuck.
Wow. See your round C.
The Rouseys are going.
Hey, look, before he left, that's why he died. That's why he died.
Yeah.
Turnip was a Sumter, wasn't he?
That's true. Never mind.
He was like a really trash horse, and we were really surprised he lived that long.
Turnip might also have another horse as well, so we do need to roll for him, even though he died. Secondly, breeding horses comes before survival. But I will say this: we do need to track like the years these things are born, as annoying as that is, because the 7-year plus thing.
Okay, because I do have their ages.
Okay.
I aged them up when we aged up.
So last year we used Emmerich at the Elfin Palfrey, a Desire, 2 Chargers, and 1 Rousey, and that's all I made note of.
I think you're in charge of that one.
Yeah, I'm in charge of Emmerich. I just those are the only 2 I know what year they were. Or sorry, 3.
Do you want to roll for them giving birth?
Emmerich is a male.
Oh.
I think what I'll suggest is that we use Emmerich when 6s are rolled. So those 3 rounds are Emmerich's.
Cool. All right. So I have 2 Sumter.
We'll put E's next to Emmerich.
Actually, no, we'll have 3
bloodlines
Sumters
and a T next to turnips.
Mm-hmm.
Turn up our first on the left.
Hmm?
No
more Sumters.
No Sumters.
I'm gonna go full in the morning over here.
Right.
And then they age. Perfect. So yeah, currently no horses under 7. Our oldest horses are currently 5.
Sounds good. I think we'll pick up the whole special traits on horses thing later. Doesn't seem like it's a good time for that yet. But we'll probably do that for the ones raised by the elfin horse. Does make sense, right? Okay, so continue.
Like little asterisks by those 3 new Rouncies.
I'd write E's on them for the name of the horse.
Yeah. Asterisk E for those. Okay.
All right, experience improvement. So this is where you folks get to decide 5 skill points into a thing, 1 skill point into something 15 or above, or 1 attribute or passion point.
Okay, I'm going to put 2 into swimming, and then 3 into... Where did I put it? Recognize, I think.
All right. Emily, have you decided, or do you need a few minutes?
I can decide while other people are reading theirs off.
Okay.
Sorry,
Nicole,
I had a cat misbehave.
You're all good.
I'm sorry, Emily. I'm only increasing one thing, which is my sword.
Sword? Yep.
It takes all 5 to increase it to a 19.
You can't do that. Wait, hold on. You have it at
I
17 right now?
had an 18. I had an 18. I put it to 19.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. So I don't have any.
Okay. So 19 is good. When you're exalted in the sword.
I love our chat.
Okay. I have mine.
Awesome. Go ahead and share.
Religion, pagan, I'm going to get up to a 15.
Makes sense.
And then, because, like, how was I not at a 15 of that earlier? I'm going to increase my dispel and my healing. Oh,
Okay.
that one went back down. That was mean. And then shock everybody. So that's 1, 2, 3. And then I have 2 more. I'm going to up my courtesy.
What?
Because I'm a lady
Holy
now and I have to
shit.
actually do these things. And I think
What's this nonsense?
it's useless. It's still super low, but I believe that she would at least put a little effort into being like, okay, I gotta kind of behave. Like, there has to be
She's being
some sort
attended
of...
to while she's pregnant, and she says,
She's
"Thank you."
not. She's not taking the lessons from Olwen because her pride won't let her do that. She's taking them from Edane.
Well, we've
'cause
got
her
her to
pride won't
say
let her.
thank you and you're welcome. She is still holding her middle finger up while she's doing it, but it's progress.
Exactly. She's a 6. Like, I got it to a 6.
You can still hear the like mild bit of disdain. It's like, thanks.
She's not smiling.
I
She's saying things. She's just like
appreciate you.
deadpan. So, heal, dispel, religion, and then 2 to courtesy.
Awesome.
And then I am done.
Okay, one sec here. So next thing is calculate glory. I have a couple of quick questions there. Let me just fix the year. The year.
Rebecca, do you still have to read off your stats? Or did you do that and I didn't realize?
Nani?
Did you already read off the 5 points you're doing?
Oh yeah, I did it really fast. I did 2 into swimming and
you did read
3
it off.
into recognize.
I'm sorry. That's
no,
that.
it's
I was
okay.
trying
It's
to decide
okay.
what ones I was doing.
Yeah, no,
Very
that's part of why I missed the whole superlative thing about horses, because I was like looking at my sheet and doing math, and I was like, wait, what was that audio processing thing that I just kind of heard?
Oh, and actually, we forgot one very important thing. I need a D20 from every one of you.
D20.
Every one of us?
Every one of you.
Every one of the cats. 8.
Every one of the cats. Oh my god.
There are 3.
19.
19.
Okay. Okay, and then I need another D20 from all 3 of you.
Another 8.
13.
Only 8 from me.
Okay, we'll see about those. We'll come back to them. So for we're gonna start with our person from afar, Elian. I need a D100 roll.
76.
Okay. Did we ever establish how your father died?
No.
Okay. I'm gonna quickly ignore the person, but I need to do the random homeland. Okay.
Yeah.
Where is this? Starting homeland. Careful one. Okay. We'll address that. We're gonna address that as like scene 1, actually. We'll
Oh
get back to
boy.
that. D1 a D100 for. We'll do this from reverse order. Might as well know we started down. So we'll do Emily next.
Ithers.
D
Okay.
of 100.
A 1. What are the
Okay,
odds?
it's okay. It's okay. It's a table.
What are the odds?
Oh, honey.
What are the odds?
Don't say, oh, honey. What did you read before me, Rebecca?
Nothing.
I was thinking the last time I think I rolled a 1 is when my brother died.
Oh wait, hold on. I might have done that wrong for Onion. See if this is more interesting. No, I like the first one. We're just gonna stay with it. Mistake made, mistake played. Beatrice. A 1. Yeah, 1.
It will be. I'm trying to navigate to where I'm supposed to be.
No, it's okay. You're old. Even.
An 8
So you're
and then an 8.
8, 1.
yeah. An 8 and a 1. So you're on table A1. Okay. Yeah, you had one of those.
A1.
Yeah. Let's see who this was, because this could be.
Oh, it's a death. Okay. Right?
Yeah.
Am I reading tables right?
Yeah.
I have father, mother, and boy.
Roll me another d20. You do not have a brother.
11. I do not have a brother. That's what I thought. I was reading that right. I was like, I don't have a brother.
Is it possible
Don't
for Nimue to die?
look at Rebecca. You're freaking me out.
Sorry.
Technically.
Don't perceive me.
Okay, this is gonna be a big year.
I don't know. I see what you're reading, Rebecca. And I'm confused.
We'll address that soon. Okay. Next. We are going to Owen. Owen got a 19. And then did we get you to roll a D100 yet?
Not yet.
Go ahead and give her.
86. Wait. A D100? Yeah. Yeah. It's 19 and then 13.
Okay. And then who was it? Okay. Well, we know you have one of those. We know you have a sister. So
Sister? Or a cousin?
13, didn't you roll?
I rolled a
13.
19 and then a 13. Yeah.
Sister or wife?
Have a sister.
You do.
It says wife is on a 13.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's not your wife. That's a good news because you have one of those.
That would mean that I had one.
Yeah. No, but you do have a sister, and apparently she is elsewhere. I don't know about the mainland, but something of the equivalent. We need to roll a d6 in winter phase for her until she either comes back or dies.
No.
Yeah. So what did you roll? 56, right? So on a 1 she dies, on a 6 she returns alive, but it doesn't start till next year.
Okay, so do I roll now or not?
No, winter phase next year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got you.
Make a
I will
note
make
of
a
it
note
for
of
yourself.
Yeah. I'll make a notins.
A notins.
E.
Okay. And then I need a 2d100 from Emily as we hold on. I want to dive into the story, but let's resolve glory. Now,
Yes.
Rebecca, do you actually track their famous traits and passions?
I do not because I don't have access to their sheets. But this is I have all of everything else totaled up.
So let's do this quick. Emily, if you want to open up your sheet for me.
Yep, I got you. Anything over 16?
Every trait and passion only. Only traits and passions.
All right, so 16 or higher, right?
Yep, correct.
16 or higher. Okay. There's nothing on there. Nothing traits or passions wise.
Okay.
Nothing. Yeah, nothing. Nothing. I have 15s. I don't have 16s.
Yeah, that's right. You don't have a lot of those. That makes sense.
Oh no, I lied. Love deity Rhiannon is at a 16 because Bob raised it a point.
Yep. So
I'm mad about it.
16. Uh-oh.
Or 16.
16 glory added, Rebecca, for Emily.
All right.
Okay. That's
now,
good. I'm mad about that.
I have a feeling Nicole's going to be a lot higher here, or at least a bit higher.
Oh, yeah.
Every trait you have over 16, so those are like the chaste and the lustful down. Or wait, energetic
generous.
And lazy, maybe.
Yeah, I had generous is 16.
Okay.
Honest is 17.
Okay.
I have vengeful Irish. Does that directed traits matter? And I vengeful Irish. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Honor 16.
Okay.
Homage to intelligence 16.
Okay.
And we're ignoring Aurelius.
Yes, correct.
And do we need skills?
Nope, just the traits and passions.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so 65 added for
Got you.
So close to 4,000.
And then for me, I have 17 valorous. And then for passions, I have hospitality 18, loyalty branches 17, concern commoners 19, love Summerland 16.
Is that everything?
And you said we don't do skills, right?
No.
Okay, then yes, that is everything. That is
87.
16. Lovely.
All right. So now, folks, you want to take your glory that Rebecca's done for you, and you want to move that into your new total glory. If you need me to do adding for you, I can do it on the VTT. Everyone good? Did anyone go over an extra 1,000 in anything?
I think I am going to.
So close.
I'm not quite 5,000. I'm 4,962.
5,000. I just reached 1,600. Good God.
And what are you at, Elian?
3,824.
When you cross over, every 1,000 you cross over, you get an extra bonus point, right? So
Yeah, I still need to add mine. Ooh.
And then, Emily, technically you did marry into nobility, so I'm going to grant you another 100 there.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Nice.
Even though he was lowborn, he was knighted.
Knight.
So, and then, let's see. What did we deal with last year? Let's talk about all of what fantastical stuff. Goblin Market, right?
Goblin Market. We tricked Puck.
Yeah.
Yeah. I saved the king.
I
from the
became a
seizure.
landowner.
It's Goblin Market a bit. You guys went to the Grail. Right?
Grail.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
the Grail. Yeah, that thing.
God, it still floors me that like Owen's like, yeah, I know how you can find this shit.
Yep. Okay. Let's see here. And then I'm trying to think if anything else fantastical happened.
I mean, court, I guess. Autumn court.
Yeah, that's fair. Actually. The Rhiannon stuff, actually. That's right. So we're gonna make those even. Right. So wow, it's gonna be a big year for Beatrice and Owen. Your insight's gonna go up 2,100. So I'm gonna skip 1,000 of that is the Grail, and then we're gonna give just Elian like an equivalent in glory because it makes sense. But it's not going to be 1,000. I'm sorry, it's not that fancy. But I think the glory is in escorting the folks you are, so it's going to be 500. You get an extra 500 glory.
Just makes me.
What does that put you at glory wise?
Over 4,000.
Okay. Okay, that will do it. So for Beatrice and Olwen, first off, I think that kicks Elian over over to the next glory level.
Yeah.
So anything other than, you're not allowed to do it with sight, but anything else you want to put your glory point into, you may put one glory point. It can't be like 5, you can't split it out by 5, but you can even raise your size to some degree. We just got to track what your starting size is, right? When you get one point put anywhere you want.
I could increase sword to 20.
Yep.
Or I can increase my con.
Yep. Either of those are good. Think about it.
My con.
You're gonna increase it? Okay.
I think so. Okay. Now let me think.
Are you rolling 5d6 for damage?
46.
Okay. Another consideration would be a point in strength or size if it gets you up to the next level. 5d6 is a really useful damage amount when you're dealing with armored opponents. Just throwing it out there. Like the book recommends 5d6s for knights. Totally up to you though.
It doesn't take me over, but I can still do that.
Don't do it if it doesn't. Only if you want to. It's just an option. Con will mean survival, so there is that. For Beatrice and Olwyn, your 2100's for sure going to put you over twice, and so for those two, you get 1 free point you can put in sight, or in a magic talent with Rebecca limited to the talents we've discussed.
Yeah, I have glamour and I have sight.
Yeah.
Does it matter what the talent is at?
Nope.
Okay, so we have 2 or 1?
You have 2 because you went over 2100 insight is what you gained.
I'm gonna up my good old buddy protect up by 1, and then my sight.
Yeah, I'm putting 1 point into glamour and 1 point into sight.
Use me sight.
All right, I think that addresses everything officially, and you guys should have insight numbers to add your 2100 to.
Yes, I have a total of 2300.
I believe I may need a minute if I'm gonna tally.
Oh, it's okay. We should probably have a part where we're recording that on your sheet, like what you had before plus 20.
Yeah, I have it recorded, but the recording is old. Like I'm looking at it.
Oh, gotcha.
Like when I last wrote it down, and it was a while ago, so I need to go through.
Maybe make a note of 2100 in the Discord for now.
I did.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
I put it on my sheet too.
Okay.
And I'll let
because that'll be important. That starting amount, like if it's like 4,000 or 5,000, that might matter for your encounters with other supernatural thingies. So.
Yep.
Okay. Okay.
Oops.
Let's do some role play. Let's talk about things in the year.
Yeah.
Let's talk about some things.
All right. Thanks for waiting patiently, both viewers and players. I know that can be a bit tedious, but it adds to the fun of the game, I think. So, all right. Let's do this. Nicole, we're gonna start with you real briefly.
Okay.
Do we have a name? Did we name your father in your history?
I don't believe so.
Okay.
I think she's related to her cousin by her mother. So I don't think we've gotten into who her father is.
That's fair. I'll figure out where exactly if this comes up. I'm going to say it could be Buckingham. I don't know. For now we're just gonna say we're gonna pick a place and then I'll do a little bit of math, like because it came up randomly. I need to fact check and see where there's a monastery, if there is one on the map for this.
Her father is from Avalon because that's where their land was.
It's all good. So your understanding is that during Aurelius's war, your father died. That's where most died, either during that or during the Battle of Long Knives. Which of the two? Does Aurelius's war make sense for your father's death?
Yeah.
Okay. Towards this is gonna be like maybe more March, and then we're gonna skip forward a little bit. But there is a boy messenger on a horse. He's probably like age 13 or so, and he has the banner of Ninteliot. He's a king's messenger of some sort.
Okay.
He rides up. Let's see who spots him first. Let's see who happens to be in the neighborhood. Beatrice, apparently.
Hi.
Yeah. So, Beatrice, you're out doing something, and you see this messenger riding in with a strange banner. I don't think you have good heraldry. You can test it if you want. See if you can even tell it's.
I mean, I can certainly test it. We can. My heraldry of 1.
Yeah.
Okay. Failed.
Solid. That is 2 swords and a crown, for sure.
Awesome.
Yep.
Is there a knight near me?
Are you with your husband?
Yeah,
I mean, that's a good question. Like at this point, she's pregnant.
Yeah, I'd assume
he's
you'd
hovering.
have. Yeah, I think that's fair. So I think it's you and Cadogan. He raises a brow and he says, "Actually, I'm gonna check. Does Cadogan have?"
Can Cadogan tell what it is?
Yeah, I don't remember if he has heraldry.
Or we just have a conversation about the fact that it's 2 swords and a crown. Cool.
Wonder who that is.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, that's a cool coat of arms.
Swords. Dig it.
Okay, he has a 12 in it now.
Okay. It's better than mine.
I gave him a D10 plus 2.
Nice.
So, he happened to roll 10. Okay, so he looks at you and he says, "That's the heraldry of Avalon."
We should probably tell Owen. I think Elian's from Avalon. So we should probably tell Elian, but I don't. Are they peace banners?
It's a boy.
Yep. Okay. One of us can grab Owen, the other one can grab Elian.
Okay. Maybe we'll zoom in real quick. Let's give Olwen a little moment here. Give me 2d100.
Oh boy.
Let's see what the hell you were doing when Beatrice comes to find you.
89 and 60.
Okay. Lose weakness. Okay, this is going to be something to do with you being. Oh, you know what? You're sewing. Now is a good time to test this. Let's see. Let's see if you're how this is going. So, and are you going to use the needle?
Yeah.
Let's assume that. I'm going to assume for the sake of ease that your inner circle knows and everyone else does not. Is that fair? I think it'd be pretty hard for you to cover.
Yeah. Good luck hiding anything from Beatrice.
Do you want to try?
No, I've learned my
I don't know how it's going
Beatrice,
to go for you.
Beatrice, despite having her own secrets, gets very mad when secrets are kept from her.
That's very accurate. The last time you kept a secret, she got you to free Cadogan from prison, so...
Yeah.
Love it.
Up to you.
No. Like, Beatrice, you know how you're having a kid?
Surprise.
Funny story.
We're having a kid.
A kid collector. Just one.
I can imagine everyone thinks it's the Goblin Knight.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
110%.
I mean,
If Beatrice doesn't know who it is,
obviously.
Beatrice 1,000% thinks it's the Goblin Knight.
Why would you suggest such a thing? It's only like we're alone together most of the time.
Yeah,
And
he's your
you know,
sworn knight. Are you kidding?
Okay.
the only other person I've been alone
Yep.
with is.
I don't think Beatrice knocks. I think Beatrice just goes
Block fail.
in.
Yeah. So, why don't you roll a distaff roll? Is it industry? Is that covered by distaff as well? It is,
Yes, it is. Yes,
right? All right.
success.
Yet another day of you, your dress being ready. So, should you enter to the common eye, so short of a critical awareness roll, I think that others will not recognize. I think there's a
Do
limit
not
on
perceive
that.
me, Adane.
I think until the month of 9 is how the magic works. So
Yeah.
yeah. But we will not play through the month of 9.
Aww.
Maybe we'll see. Near the tail end of it. So let's see here. Well, this is you two. You two go. I'm gonna grab a drink real quick. I'll be right back.
Also, Owen couldn't hide it from Beatrice if she wanted to. Beatrice has a
Yeah,
save 18.
exactly.
So, yeah, I don't think she knocks.
Created
She
a
just
monster.
walks in.
And she's like mid attempting a twirl, probably poor decision. She's just like, center of gravity still same. She won't say that because she doesn't know what that is, but okay.
There's sorry to interrupt your
No,
twirling.
just
There's a boy flying Nanteliot's banner. Or not Nanteliot's, Avalon's banner. Riding into town.
boy.
A boy. Yeah, we're not talking a knight or men, plural. A messenger boy.
All right, I suppose we should go and receive him.
I sent Cadwigan to go get Elian.
Oh. Yes, I suppose she'd be interested.
Yeah, I mean, that's her homeland.
Right.
It makes the most sense. But so he's grabbing Elian, and then I'm grabbing you, and it looks like you just finished your dress. So it seems like perfect timing.
Yeah, can't even tell.
Mm-hmm.
You look good, by the way.
Thanks.
Sounded so sincere. Yeah. Whatever.
Yeah, you know.
You can't even tell on me. Oh, you look nice.
Beatrice, con minus what, like 2 or 3? I'm thinking it.
On minus 3.
Yeah.
I forget sometimes how stupidly high I made her con. Yeah, her con's so high
We're
for no
Kimrick,
reason.
baby.
Just a mild,
Kimrick.
steady, constant queasiness, but otherwise fine. Probably
But otherwise
moving away from that
okay.
a little bit.
Yeah, because she's first. Yeah, she's early, so she does not feel well.
Yeah.
Angry about it.
Okay, and then Cadwigan will reach Elian. Roll 2d100. Let's see what you are up to. That's what nonsense Elian is up to.
Throwing rocks at other knights.
5 and 32.
Oh, coordinate. This could be more dodgeball.
Oh
Coordinate
boy.
superstition. What are you coordinating the knights over regarding the Barrow Vale? I'm thinking it's something to do with this. Something on. It has to be like around the property of the manor, but you do have a fancy Barrow Vale there, full of all sorts of nonsense. So, what does this coordination exercise look like, Elian? I am putting you on the spot.
Yeah.
Any
I mean, I
super?
guess it.
Be like how to tell if you've crossed over.
Maybe.
What did you have?
Um,
You looked like you had something.
I forgot about the superstitious part, but I was like, maybe she split the knights into 2 groups and was like, you're getting ready to avoid an ambush. You're practicing an ambush.
Okay, yeah, that works. An ambush and maybe you're practicing in a barrow veil. So,
And keep in mind, they might be Faerie.
Drew and Dev, welcome in. Shout out to Lady Magdalene.
Hi,
It's
welcome.
good to see you, friend. Yeah.
Hey.
All right. So, at this point, Cadrigan kind of comes sort of up quicker than he normally does. Put it that way. He's not one to move fast. He's doing that dad walk, power walk.
He's practicing.
Already.
Yeah. His fashion went down 2 points this year. No.
I wish we kept track of that. That would be great.
God, could you imagine dad stats? Anyway.
Dog and stats off the chart.
His size went up too, but it's this way in his belly.
He's wearing New Balances.
I call them New Balance. Yeah. Totally. So anyways, he kind of moves up to you. He's not one to shout or make a big fuss, but he does certainly kind of interrupt your thing, which is out of character for him. He doesn't do that sort of thing often. He practices not being seen on a regular basis. So, yeah.
Oh, hey. I have a feeling you're not here to join the skirmish.
No. There's a messenger. Looks like they're bearing the banner of Ventiliad. I thought you might want to join. Lady Beatrice and Lady Olin will be making their way there now.
She's just gonna immediately turn to everyone else is doing the training.
All right.
And it's just like,
Okay.
I'm out. I have
Okay, I
things to do.
I'm just gonna zoom in on a scene. I think at this point, Bowie is leaping out of a tree as you call timeout onto Every, who's on his horse. So you need a Dex versus
Yes.
Dex versus a
Horsemanship.
horsemanship roll. Yeah.
Fight me, Rebecca.
Indeed.
I want to see a fumble on
Okay.
somebody here, if possible.
Somebody has to fumble. We have to.
A double
I don't
fumble.
even care if
Oh.
it's me. What is my horse?
There-
Rebecca,
great
what is
guess.
your horse negative?
-5. Yours is a +5.
Thank you.
You
That's why I ask
bastard.
every time. I mean,
Okay.
success.
I've got the perfect Sokka moment here for Bowie. So
Give it
Just-
to me. I'm
just-
so
love it
excited.
much.
just as Elian orders everyone to halt effectively, Bowie or Every stops on a dime on his horse, perfectly, just so perfectly. But Bowie was already midair. It was planning the timing of it just perfectly, and it just completely
Oh, like
whiffs
right in
down into the
front.
mud. Yeah, right in the mud in front of the horse. Yeah.
Why is it always mud? Splashes up at the horse.
I resent that. Every I think moves the horse so that it gets Bowie more muddy and then kind of trots away with his beautiful horsemanship score.
I love it. All right. Sorry to make Bowie the butt of the joke. It was just
No, I love
Bowie's
it.
great
I
at
love
being
it.
the butt
He's
of the
so
joke, though.
fun.
He's so good at it, though.
It's just the dice. They've decided.
He is
Yeah.
Sokka. He's
It
basically
always-
Sokka.
I
Yeah.
love that.
It always has to do with a horse too, like all of his wrongs.
Always.
It makes sense with his horse stat. It makes so much sense. It's like horses are the center of all wrongs in
They
Bowie's life.
don't. They don't like me. I don't know what it is. I've always been, nothing but
willing to
good.
sacrifice them.
That was out of necessity, and I didn't get a
splash mud in my
single
horse's face.
iota of pleasure out of that, I'll have you know.
You regularly call them names.
I mean, if they didn't act like bastards.
All right, we'll zoom in at that point. We've got Elian, Beatrice, Cadogan, Owen, and a rider. Give him a name. Caval.
Cavill.
Alonso.
Cavill. I like Henry.
Cavill.
Cavill.
So Cavill.
So
merciful, super lazy. This is the worst thing. Hey, can you go on a cross-country ride for me?
Yeah. He's
he's like,
he's very merciful, and he's very bad at flirting.
I would love to, but I'm so busy. You wouldn't want to send me on this mission, would you?
What?
Go.
Oh, he's originally from Cornwall. Would you look at that?
Fucker.
A small world.
Get rated.
So, yeah, at this point, he comes up, and I think he's going to address himself to the ladies, not the knights. Since the ladies are
Yeah.
here. Yeah. I gotta test something first.
He's flirting.
Yeah, 100%. Does a little eyebrow raise, really bad. So, I'll say, sorry. Where was I? I'm looking for a Sir Elian.
we both just gesture sardonically.
Neither of them says anything. They both do the same thing. Just
He
Like
says,
at the moment, Elliot and Cadogan walk up. Like what?
he says, I have a message for you from King Ninteliot. He adds, he says, I have a message for you from King Ninteliot of your homeland. It's a message concerning your kin.
I suppose what's left of it. What would that be?
The matter concerns your father, Caradoc.
Yeah, I understand he passed.
That was my king's belief as well. It seems it seems that he is once a knight, now retired into the service of our Lord. He served at a monastery in the county of Caercolin in Logris, recently conquered by the Angles.
He converted.
He is currently being held ransom for 10 librum. So with that, he looks kind of satisfied. He's not here to solve this situation. That's very clear. He's here to simply deliver the message. And he says, that'll be 350. So with that,
it was at that point that I realized he wasn't a messenger.
So with that, he'll smile and get back on his horse. And as he turns around, he looks at how long the road is, and he goes, and he starts to ride away slowly. Yeah. All right. Matter solved. Anything we want to do with that scene, or shall I advance it? It's quiet, so I will proceed otherwise, unless Alien wants to
I
offer
think
any.
Elliot is just in shock for a minute.
Yeah. Do you look like you're in shock?
Yeah.
Okay. Why don't we just do an intrigue roll for Beatrice and Olin? One matters is do they care, but the first one is just noticing it.
Success.
Success.
Bowie.
It says Bowie. It's not.
Yeah. And it's very clear to you both that this is not like there's something way deeper than Alien receiving news about her father being held.
Are you okay? It's good news, kind of.
I need to get 10 Libram. Are they still looking for knights for that fight against Cornwall? How much would they pay?
You would have to also let me be perfectly clear. You would also need to fight with them. You couldn't just say, "Hi, I'm here for the fight," and then they pay you, and then you fuck off to free your father.
No, obviously I would pay.
Whose cat
I
is
don't
that?
It would still be 10.
It's the neighbor cat. I'm sorry.
Oh no! I thought it might have been what's his name? Biscuit? No.
Bagel.
Bagel. Bagel's a girl. Bagel is dead asleep. She's gathering energy and preparing to pounce on my face at 3 a.m.
That's fair. That's what they do.
What did you choose?
So, matters of the state. Speaking of wars, just so you're aware, I shall put the points on the map. Let me just find swords first. There we go. We will go to roll 20 so people can see it. Okay. Just to deal with the rumors here, I'm not going to make you guys roll because I'm pretty sure you'll be fine, and we roll intrigue so much, so don't worry. Ninteliad has quite a few different new allies now. I'm just adding them to the map. So all those red shields here are the new, either direct those who bent the knee to Ninteliad, or those that are allies to. On top of that, Ninteliad is raiding Logris for the first time. Not raiding, sorry. Conquesting in Logris for the first time in the county of Lambor. And no one counts it as a kingdom of Bedegrain, but they're trying to call themselves the Kingdom of Bedegrain. On top of that, there's rumors that the Angles invaded further or conquested further into Logris. They conquered the counties of Huntland and Heartland. And that has sent ripples through all the Saxons. So now the Saxons are going to war with the Angles because the Angle king has called himself Bretwalda, the High King. And the other Saxons aren't happy. So there's war with the Angles coming. Those are your wars for the year. Yeah, that's what you know. That's what you got. Fair enough.
Sounds
Lovely.
well, it's not good, but Sounds like a war.
Sounds like anarchy.
Emily, I need 2d100 from you.
Yeah, let's do it. 61 and 76.
Let's see here. Hmm, 6176, you said?
Yep.
Okay. Who would this be? I'm just trying to come up with this. Is something to do with the plot that you rolled on?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's gonna be big news. Not who I thought. Let's see. Just before we move into the Easter time, I would call that equinox, spring equinox.
Sprequinox.
Spring equinox. You have a visitor, the Lady in White, aka Nimue.
Okay, who?
Nimue. Or sorry, Nineveh.
Nineveh.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm morning sickness all over her.
Does
Accidentally.
she come to the, because Beatrice isn't living in the manor at this point.
Where are you living?
Why not?
I thought I had said like she had kept essentially the apothecary with the like,
Oh, okay.
if she and Cadwigan live there. That would also be up to, if Cadwigan is a knight and has to live in the manor, then yes, we live in the manor.
I mean, she doesn't
I think it depends on what ends up working better.
I feel like you being so far along, I think Olvin would have extended
She's not far along
the
at this
offer.
point. By April,
Oh.
she's barely showing. Or she's
Okay.
just past showing. So she's
Gotcha.
early.
Still, it's getting there.
Yeah. And with your intrigue, you pick up probably pretty easily the subtle changes in Beatrice's looking like she's half dead a lot of the time, and pale and all that good stuff. The color comes later.
Yeah.
But Nineveh moves in.
Looks.
I think she's going to. Let's see if she could pick up on finding Beatrice. Okay. Yeah, so there is a knock on the apothecary door.
Beatrice's probably used to it. She'll open it.
Let's see. Let us see. I think I have her sheet. One sec. I'm asking the question, does she notice?
How perceptive is she?
It's more of an intrigue thing, which isn't, to be
What
fair.
is her intrigue?
I don't know.
I'm very curious.
I don't know if she has great intrigue, to be honest. Let me see if I have a
I don't know if
sheet.
she cares enough.
Yeah, I agree. Just not highborn. I don't think she has low intrigue. I just think she has low for like someone who has this much supernatural going on. Let's give her 8 plus 1d6. So maximum of 14, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 9. So she doesn't even notice. She doesn't notice your situation.
Nope. You haven't shown your face here in quite a bit.
She does look and she says, "You're dressing like a lady now."
I am, I guess. I was married. Nimue came, but
When intrigue test.
I always scroll past it. It's in alphabetical order. I shouldn't. Success.
Okay. When you mention Nimue, there is a look on her face, and you can tell that she's the bearer of bad news right now, and there's bad news.
Is my mother back?
Uh,
I'm gonna roll
Nimue
it again. Give me a
was.
second. Give me a...
Yeah.
I'm gonna see if she'll let her finish the sentence. No, she'll let her finish the sentence. No,
Okay.
she'll let her finish it.
Nimue was returning from a trip under escort from Wells for some reason. Her escort were priests from Glastonbury, another Lady of the Lake, an acolyte, and 2 knights sworn to Glastonbury. She was taken hostage, or carried away rather, by a knight. The knight looked familiar. They believe the knight to be someone of Summerland, a knight of red hair.
Does Beatrice recognize that? Because Emily doesn't.
You can do a recognize roll. That's what you can do.
Oh, God. Come on, my 3 in recognize. Oh,
So
that
close.
was so close.
You're
That
like,
was so
it's,
mean.
you know that thing where you're like, oh, I swear, but who was it? You just can't think of it. You can't place it.
Do you know who?
I don't.
So you don't know who took her, and you don't know where she is. Again.
Correct. You know my position. I'm outside of Avalon these days.
And I can't trust a single one of you to do the one thing I asked.
You'll have to take that up with them.
Okay. Oh, I'm going to. Believe me, I've torn down your wards once before. I'll do it again. And she starts grabbing stuff to leave the house.
She smiles at that. She doesn't look fearful.
Oh, I know she doesn't. She loves that Beatrice does this kind of stuff.
Yeah. And so she'll.
Are you going to help?
If you want my help.
For all the they dislike you. You and I have always been more alike than I think we ever admit, so I dislike you a little less.
She nods.
And it would be something I was doing, not necessarily the rest of them, so. I would
Nimue
prefer it if you
deserves
come.
better. I will join you if you wish it. Even if the others do not want me there.
Sounds good. Well, now I've got people to gather, including a lady and a bunch of knights. And let's see what we can do about it.
All right.
March herself back up to the man.
Okay, you make your way to the manor. We're gonna say that, Olwyn, you have your knights decorating with you the courtyard for Yule, or not Yule, Equinox, spring Equinox. So even Minoros is here, though he's more deep into the wine than he is at this particular event. This is a decorations come with wine, right? Is that how it works?
I mean, yes,
sure.
of course. I can't really handle
You know
stuff,
who's
but
then?
I suppose if there's enough spices in it, or if it's just made from honey.
Beatrice enters at this point.
With an Nineveh, I assume.
Yeah.
Okay, I was like, did she follow?
Yeah, it's a matter of I don't know if she would have unless you wanted her. Like if you beckoned her to come along or something, she would. But otherwise, she'd probably be like, "I'm joining. I didn't say I'm gonna go visit and play nice."
Yeah.
Like most of the people, it'd be an unwanted guest. So unless you encourage her to come because of the conversation, I think she'll sit back.
Olwen,
Mm-hmm.
they lost Nimue.
What do you mean they lost her?
Ladies
Like,
lost, like, she looks so tired. She looks like so over everything around her. They lost her again. The ladies lost Nimue again.
why doesn't she just stay here?
I ask all of these questions constantly. She was taken, apparently this time, not my mother. The most surprising point of this.
Okay.
She had an entire entourage with her. She was the only one that was taken by a red-haired knight from Summerland.
Do we ever have red-haired knights? The only red-haired knight I really remember. I mean, there was. No, I mean, in Summerland? From Summerland?
Nineveh said from Summerland.
I mean, there was that one that came by years ago. And I suppose, what's his face, was a redhead.
Around
The one that...
Ariel.
Ariel, yes. He was...
Ariel's dead.
Right.
Ariel became a knight.
Didn't
he?
Must have just become a knight.
Yeah, he got knighted and died in
the same
fight.
house.
In the first fight. I suppose he did have red hair, come to think about it, and was a knight. That would have been the only one that was from Summerland, so unless your mother raised him up.
Well, there are two people that have been raising the dead, I would argue. My mother and yours.
Was Nimue? Did we ever find out what exactly your apprentices chose? for their foci.
I know what the one with me chose. Nimue, I didn't ask. That's her business.
Right.
Okay, so the options are your mother or mine, because the only other red-haired knight we know is who?
Well, she wasn't. They weren't from Summerland. Do you remember the one that came by and took a runway from us?
Oh, I don't think it was.
I don't either, but that's the only one that I can remember, aside from the ones that raided us. But again, not from Summerland.
Not from Summerland, not Summerland Knights.
Right. So Ariel's the only one that makes sense.
Ariel or his father.
True. His father's in Axbridge.
What does his father do?
I'm not sure.
And Axbridge is covered in sickness still, so
Perhaps.
I'm not going to Axbridge right now.
I'm not certain. Perhaps you're.
I think you get a message to your mother. I'll get a message to mine. See who responds.
I can try to do that.
I mean, you can walk to the Vale. I'm pretty sure your knight stands there half the time.
He's very protective of.
I can't imagine why. She like.
Look. He's very good.
Alright, you try and get a message to your mother. I'm going to grab Nineveh because she should know how to do the water thing. And then I can get a message to mine.
Just be careful when you talk to her.
I'll grab a knight. We're in a room full of knights. I assume they're hearing this, and I don't even think she's trying to like muffle it
but
at all.
I just mean, didn't she reach out through the water the last time?
That's why I'll bring a knight. And
right.
Nineveh.
Yes. We need a sacrifice should the worst come.
I'm not even gonna comment as she walks.
And I guess Olwood will step down from her little step stool and go as well.
If Cadmigan was not in that room, I don't think she tells him that she's going to do it. I think she grabs Elian. Because he was saying no.
I want to test something for Elian real quick. And I know that Nicole's busy.
I know her first thought is Amazon.
What's that?
I think he had red hair.
What?
Did Amazon have red hair?
Who?
Yeah, those were the ones I was trying to think of, but like they're not from Summerland.
They're not a Summerland knight.
Amathon is from Summerland. He is not a knight though.
Right. Yeah.
Amathon's from where in Summerland again?
He is from which manor? One of the ones real.
And then there was another one too, but I can't remember his name.
All of
I
us
think it was
frantically trying to remember every redhead. Yeah. Okay.
So there were a couple.
Yeah.
Why don't we get Olwen to do a recognize test?
Does she get a bonus because they're redheads?
Oh yeah, you should. What's your bonus? What's your trusting of redheads?
We never actually made a stat for it.
Okay, just roll a d6. Let's do that now. I've embraced the ridiculousness since.
Hell yes. It's a 5.
Yeah. Trusting of redheads, 5.
Hell yeah.
Good God. That's awful. A 5 on trusting. Ooh, that's a lot. Okay, so +5 to your recognize roll in this case.
Incredible. Success.
There was Amathon, who's from Compton Martin, just to the south of you. There was Rearid from Nemit, just to the north of you. And there was the red-headed knight who helped you slip Uther's
Right.
hounds.
And he's
Name-
from Summerland? Okay.
Yeah. What you know is that was in Summerland, basically, where you slipped the hounds. So,
and his name was
Arthur.
Arthur, I remember Arthur.
Yeah.
There were kind of two. Now that I think about it, there's the Arthur that cut off Uther's wing. Or not really, but that's what you all swear.
No. I saw it. I saw it happen.
Yeah.
I'll see if I can know.
Before we continue any further, though, I need Nicole to make a. I need you to make a love family test, and if you succeed, I need you to make a reckless test +5. I need you to make a reckless test +10. You might be going off on a little mission of your own here.
Oh boy.
Okay. +10? How's that possible? How do you get a 9?
Because my reckless is already an 11.
Okay.
It would have only added a +1.
8 + 1. Okay, yeah, that's okay. Then you can test prudent. Okay. You passed bold, and reckless is only a bit higher. So, I think the way I'm going to play this is, first off, your love family goes up to 16 automatically. Welcome to another famous passion for Elian.
Hey.
Actually, you do have to test that against your. You still have Fae, don't you? You do have to test Fae first. Okay. The famous
It's
love
not
family goes up to 16, and Fae drops to 12.
Wait.
So the way
Sorry,
this
baby, move. I'm listening, but I'm occasionally looking at what she's doing.
Yeah. So the way this is going to work for you, Nicole, is that you are impassioned with love family until I tell you otherwise. You are famously impassioned with love family until I tell you otherwise. And everything you do that's not dealing with solving your father's situation is going to eat at your character.
Okay.
So you can play that as you will. I don't know how much of that is there, but you've given it a month and no action has happened. You have no further resolution for your father. You don't have the money yourself to deal with it, and you need a solution. Because of the love family 16, that means like it's sort of like kicked in. Like you have a family again. You have family members again. Like it's something you are lacking. So, all right, we're gonna go back to Beatrice then. Now that we've solved that. What's the plan?
Yep. I was grabbing Nineveh and Elian.
Okay.
And I was going to see if Nineveh could contact my mother.
She nods. She says, what exactly do you have in mind?
I'm asking her if she has an way. Being rather straightforward with it, I guess.
I'll start right away. When you receive notice, you must come to the courtyard immediately.
Absolutely. Elian, are you willing to be there?
You need me?
I mean, I'm trying to avoid asking a very specific knight because I'm pretty sure he'd not be happy with the fact that I'm doing this.
Fair enough. Yeah, I'm sure I have the time.
All right, so we'll wait for notice then.
Okay. I need a. Actually, I'm just gonna do it. Okay. Who would have been sent? Who? You hear a knock at your door, Beatrice, in the middle of the night, and you hear someone mumble, singing to themselves. Beatrice. It's very clearly Minodos.
She opens the door.
Yeah, Cadocin's like, what the?
She very angrily gets up because she's tired in general on a daily basis. At this point, it's the middle of the night and she's ready to commit a crime. Yeah, I think she essentially like throws open the door and just like glares.
Oh, Lady Beatrice, you are.
Yep.
Sorry. What's the word?
I'm gonna need you to pull it together, Minodos.
You're invited to the courtyard for a moonlight dance, and is kind of not with me, of course, Cadogan. Not with the lady in white. Request your presence.
Yep, there you go. You made it there, bud. Minodos. Just she like puts like she puts a hand on his shoulder, but like is very like touching him as little as possible because he's very drunk and probably a mess. Never come to my house again.
Well, that's a bit direct, but I can do that
mean,
for
if you know me to be anything else. All right, Cadogan, can you make sure he doesn't die in front of the apothecary?
What's this about Nineveh being here?
Can I lie to Cadogan? The real question.
Do you need to test something for yourself, or are you asking, can you get away with it? Those are two
Oh,
ways.
I'm thinking if I can get away with it. She's absolutely gonna try.
You can intrigue.
It's something with the ladies. She told me to meet her when they called for me.
All right. I will get you to do an intrigue roll.
Yep.
Lying.
I succeeded.
Your husband.
He's gonna be really upset.
Your husband.
Okay.
I'm putting myself directly in the line of fire.
To your partner.
I mean, I'll tell
I'm
him
gonna test
after.
his suspicions first.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
He's tired, apparently. So he's like, all right, just be safe out there. He's like, how are you gonna get to the manor? It's late at night.
I was going to walk.
But shouldn't you be careful? Do you want me to escort you? And he's like, starting to put on, his
No,
clothes.
it's okay. You know better than anyone that I can protect myself if I need to. I could also bring Minodos back. They should take him back. She's just like staring at Minodos, who I assume is doing something.
Yeah. He's
He's
outside.
having
You know
a
what he's
great
doing?
time.
He's peeing on the side of another house.
God, we
I
need
think
to have a side
You
adventure
might
with
not make
Minotaurus
it
and
there
Bowie.
alive.
I think he looks and he's like, maybe take him, and if you run into any trouble, just make sure he gets in the way of it.
Yep. I'll just throw him at it. All right, Minotaurus, let's walk.
Huh? Where are we going?
We're going. Follow me.
As long as it's not Beatrice's house, I'm not welcome there anymore.
No, you are not. Good job, Minotaurus. You're very smart.
I love him so much.
All right. All right. So you make your way to the courtyard.
Yeah. Drops Minotaurus somewhere, wherever he belongs.
I need you to make a roll.
What is the roll?
It's just a dex roll to see if you do. Basically, you fumble, if you make any racket, wake anyone else up. Minotaurus strangely did okay.
He did do okay. I failed.
Goodness.
You're a little bit frustrated. You find you shut the door a little hard.
Yeah. My neighbors aren't pleased.
I think it's more at the like the manor proper.
At the manor. Okay, they can get mad at me. They know they're used to it at this point.
So
I would grab
Olwen,
Alien.
I'm gonna get Olwen and Elian. I'll get an awareness roll from you, -7 because you're asleep.
I thought I was supposed to be there.
Oh, were you invited? Yeah, you did say you would go.
Yeah.
But you
I was
also
gonna
didn't know it
grab
was
Alien.
gonna. Yeah, you also
But I
didn't
haven't
know.
grabbed her yet.
Yeah. Okay. Owen, you're out like a light for this, I guess. Elian, you get woken up by Beatrice. It's 1 a.m. or like really early in the morning is what you can tell. Yeah.
Nineveh couldn't choose a better time than now. Let's go.
That seems in character for her.
Yep, I'm liking her less.
Right.
She goes and puts on pants.
And armor.
We will start with pants.
It's a very slow process, everybody getting to the courtyard. So yeah, I think Beatrice makes it there looking very irritated.
Yeah. When you walk in, and I'm sure this is going to go really well for you.
Yeah, this is going to go awesome.
Nineveh looks at you, like as annoyed as you are when you walk in. She said, I said quickly.
We tried. You sent a drunk man to my house. Do you know how many detours he could have taken?
Well, Olwen didn't command any knights late at night in the courtyard.
That wasn't your best plan, Nineveh. He was peeing on sides of houses. Like, what did...
He was the only one awake.
You could have woken anybody up. Elliot knew it was happening.
I can't leave here.
Okay.
If he wasn't sleeping in that pile of leaves over there, I wouldn't even have had anyone to wake you up.
Oh, God.
He's such a good boy. So protective.
We're here, and I'm very tired.
Right. The water.
Yep.
She runs her fingers through it. And you see that your mother is washing her face. And she sort of looks at you. Nugget 8280, welcome in.
Hello.
Welcome.
She pauses and smiles with a surprised look on her face. Oh, come now, you haven't learned the magic of the ladies. Is one of them there with you?
Not. I have a question for you.
And I might have an answer.
Do you have Nimue?
You have your father.
All right, an exchange for an exchange. You answer first. I asked first.
I might.
I might. You're gonna have to give me a better answer than that.
No, I don't.
And in the interest of fairness, yes, I do.
Why are you asking if I have your sister?
Because the ladies are completely incompetent and can't watch her for a year or two.
You mean she's missing?
Yep, it appears so. So, if you don't have her, then I'll go down the list, find her, and bring her back to where she wants to go again.
She just shakes her head. You have him, don't you? Is he okay?
He didn't remember anything for a long time. He seems to remember now well enough.
Are you saying that the curse is broken?
He's unharmed, as unharmed as he could have been. But yes, I've kept him unharmed.
You should have never helped them.
I helped my sister.
You helped them.
She didn't want to be with you. And I know that that kills you. She's allowed to make that decision. I'm her older sister. I will come and pick it up for her every time if I need to. But I still let her make the decision. Don't take Nimue and don't attack us. I have him and I'm keeping him unharmed now. If you remove me preventing it, I think you can guess what they want to do with him.
Well, find her. She looks like torn and not too happy with you.
Oh, I'm sure she never is.
Yeah.
I did also just send her, so.
We need to do some Boromir, Faramir memes with Beatrice and Nimue.
Honestly.
Yeah. Okay, so I think with that, you just see her leave.
Mhm.
Like, she just stands and walks away. Probably quickly, like out of frustration.
Yeah. All right, well, everybody back to bed. I'm going home.
I'll walk you. I'm up already.
Thank you.
Awareness test.
Oh, I forgot I'm not impassioned for this. Never mind.
You are impassioned for this.
Success.
It's a success anyways.
And you're impassioned with a +10 right now.
Yep.
But it will make it complicated for things. You are impatient, to say the least. So you both turn and you see a figure kind of shrouded in the dark, standing at the doorway. The moonlight just kind of stops just short of them, There's just a single figure standing in the moonlight. Or just outside the moonlight.
Elian. I'll take a half step behind Elian because Beach doesn't have a way other than casting.
Yeah, Elian immediately steps forward between the figure and Beatrice and goes to reach for her sword. She doesn't pull it out, but she has her hand on it.
You hear a woman's voice, one unfamiliar to both of you. It says, "You look for the Blessed One."
I'm looking for my sister.
The Blessed of Diana.
Nimue.
I've seen her.
Where?
She stayed beside a great white horse.
I hate that you all talk in riddles. I really do.
I see what I see, and nothing more or less.
Well, it's something, I guess.
Let's do recognize rolls as this person kind of steps
Oh.
into the moonlight.
God. Really should have raised that stat. Yeah, no.
Okay.
Failure.
This would have succeeded even without my impassion.
We're gonna say that for Beatrice, you've just been busy,
Mm-hmm.
and you weren't there. You didn't interact with her at the feast. But for Elian, you recognize her as the strange foreign lady that arrived at court at Winter Yule. She stays amongst the commoners.
If I'm remembering correctly, she was like essentially a refugee, if I'm remembering.
Yeah, you probably, because of the recognize, you probably know that much. Like, you've probably heard that much.
Yeah, Olin probably would have told you everything that she found out after talking to them.
She said that she was a refugee from the north of Gales, or Norgales, as it were.
Yeah, for Norgales, I have her name written down as Anwin. Mm-hmm. I've actually been keeping notes. Amazing.
Yeah.
Lady Anwin, if I remember correctly.
I am not privileged enough to receive the title of lady, but you have my name. Most call me the Seer. I have not had the opportunity yet, Beatrice. Your name is known.
That's unfortunate. I work very hard that it's not known, but living around Olin, I guess that's impossible.
Okay.
So all you saw was the white horse.
A great white horse.
That's something. I'll run it by Olin in the morning.
What makes a horse great?
Height, size.
This of a giant, this one.
Well, that narrows it a bit.
Beatrice, I will accept a folklore test or a religion test, if you wish.
Religion.
Just for funsies.
Success.
Oh. And it's under 5.
I would have, I would have said -5 to that, Elian, which is still a crit actually. So, what we're gonna do? Let's see. Okay. So, I think both of you know that there are cut earth figures. And with the crit, I think, Elian, you're going to be aware that there's 2 white horse cut earth figures. You don't know where they are, though. Beatrice, you too do not know where they are, but those are like magical sites of Rhiannon.
Okay.
And one is known as Westbury, and one is known as Uffington. I'll write it for you.
Okay, thank you.
So it's Westbury White Horse and Uffington White Horse. You don't know where those are because you failed geography class. I'm just kidding. Like there's no Google Maps.
Beatrice also isn't educated. She knows where basic things are near her, but that's it.
You also, till very recently, did not study or care about this stuff. You were low religion.
Yeah, no.
To start,
she
right?
did not.
So it's like that's part of it. It's like it's not like you grew up a late bloomer. So you have the knowledge, you've learned this. You don't remember where these sites are, but you do remember that they exist. And what did I say? Elian knows specifically. She knows that there's 2, right? That's what I said.
Yeah.
Yeah. What I'll do is I'll actually give. I'll give. Let me just see here. I rolled a 1. Okay. I'm gonna give Elian 1 more piece because of the crit. I just want to make sure that I got the right detail. Yeah. Okay. You know Westbury White Horse's location, Elian. You were there once upon a time. It's in the Salisbury Plain.
Fun. Okay. It's close by, at least. Relatively.
There might be others that know these things, but at least you know that.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you, Anwin.
My pleasure.
Okay. I'm gonna go home.
1 a.m. break
She
time?
starts walking away. Yeah, she's like, and I'm gonna leave. All right, goodbye. In her weird exit way that she does.
Good night. Or morning.
Yep.
Whichever it counts as.
Mm-hmm.
And Elian will kind of like trudge herself back.
We will. I think we're gonna do like one more scene, and then I think we probably should wrap it for the night. It's about 2.5 hours. So, let's zoom into the morning. Beatrice, are you gathering, I guess, the players here?
Yeah, pretty much. She would grab.
If not, I was gonna give
A
Rebecca a
sleepy.
side scene. So let's do the gathering of the crew for this. It's important. Just one other note of like an outstanding thing that has yet to be solved is Dylan of West Harptree looking for a ransom for Leary that he can't afford.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So many ransoms.
Interface is great, you guys.
Yeah, so I think Beatrice grabs a very, I'm assuming, very sleepy alien and kind of makes her way to Olwen's rooms. Does not knock again, just opens the door.
You had a great sleep, Olwen.
Yeah, Olwen's great. Beatrice looks like she wants to murder people.
Good morning.
Yeah, so talk to my mother. She doesn't have Nimue.
What?
She's not particularly happy that I have my father, but
You told her?
I did. But I also told her if she attacked again, I wouldn't prevent the sentence that was inevitably heading for him if I didn't prevent it.
Yeah. If he doesn't escape mysteriously before then.
Mysteriously, yeah, she doesn't need to know that part.
Well, technically I
She doesn't need to know that I
shouldn't.
technically bluffed, but
Indeed.
She doesn't have Nimue, but the seer Anwin
Aye.
said that she saw her next to a great white horse.
Oh. I see.
They're
But,
kind of holy things for Rhiannon.
right. You do often refer to her as the horse goddess in most of your prayers.
So Ellie and I'm assuming, did Ellie and share the information that one of them is in Salisbury?
Yeah.
One is in Salisbury, and I don't know where
Ew.
the other one is. Yeah, no, I'd really prefer to avoid that if I can.
I know it's your sister, but are you in any position to be traveling?
Not really.
I mean, neither of us are really, but...
No. That's the problem. But I can't not go after her is the other problem.
Right.
So I would prefer to figure out where the other one is and hope that that's the right one. If not, I have to go to Salisbury.
Gross.
And dangerous.
Indeed. But with all of these wars and things happening, it's not exactly... I mean, anywhere we go, we're liable to get sidelined into something.
You don't know
Everything's
anywhere
dangerous.
with giant horse carvings, do you?
So that would be folklore or religion for me. Yes, Bob.
You could make it folklore probably in this case.
I criticaled it.
Yep. Okay, roll a d2.
Wild.
We're gonna see if you know the same one in Salisbury or not. If it's a 1, it's the same one in Salisbury.
It's
the same one in Salisbury.
You've been there as a kid. You remember being there. It's not far from where you grew up. That's why I did
It's-
that.
Yeah. Oh, um, I do recall one from when I was very young in Salisbury.
I'll give you another thing
Right.
too. Your father said that that was the one to the south of you. It wasn't directly south. It was one. He said there
Right.
was another one to the north.
My father did mention, now that I think about it, that there was one. So if that one was south, I suppose there was another one that was north of us.
I just have to pick the right one.
I want to show you.
Indeed.
I want to show you guys these things because they're real and they're actually pretty cool. So,
Yay! I want to see.
one sec.
25.
Pulling it up now.
Oh. Neat.
That's really cool.
That's so cool.
So we need to find out where the other one is, and then hope she's at that one.
I mean, or we could go to the one that we know of and start there.
I wouldn't recommend you traveling.
I suppose people will have to find out sooner rather than
Oh
later.
no, I mean that it's not safe for you to travel at this point.
Right.
You're way too.
That's what I'm saying. People will find out. So,
And it's very dangerous for you.
right.
Who's with you, Beatrice? Just the three of you.
Hey,
Right?
man, it's
Alien,
just-
I grabbed Alien. I don't know
Okay.
who else.
Yeah, we
followed
wouldn't
me.
be having this conversation if there was anyone
She's
else in
told
the room.
Gadwigan.
Wow.
Bold of you to assume that she has not just told Gadwigan that that's the thing. But yeah, she would have just grabbed Alien. I don't know if anyone else followed us. If we did, we would probably vet whoever came in.
I mean, neither of you need to go in person.
She's my sister.
I don't think she'd want you to put yourself and your child in jeopardy.
Is Salisbury in open hostility with us right now? Or are we kind of like
Depends on who you ask.
shaky?
It's not good at the best of times. There's not open warfare that you're aware of right now.
So like if I just like went in. Oh, sorry.
You're not an enemy of the state.
Okay, that's something.
Yeah, you don't really. I don't think you really know is Beatrice, but
No, Beatrice is guessing. She's never been outside Summerland. She doesn't know. She grew up in Wells. Like this is the furthest she's gone is Barrowcrest.
yeah, you're meant to be kind of country bumpkins out here. That's the goal. Isolated, like you guys are 100% that trailer. 300 like miles out in the forest somewhere. But without the whole deliverance music. It's more
Olin
pretty.
constantly trying to forget that she's from Salisbury.
Yeah, right. Well, fair enough. I mean, you spent so much time here now.
Yeah.
Almost the equivalent of lifetime, really.
Pretty close to, yeah.
Okay. Beatrice.
Yep.
I need a reckless score, a reckless test, please.
Yep. I'm trying to find it. I'm so sorry. How did Beatrice get this prudent? That was a
Okay,
failure.
And I'll do a prudent test.
Also a failure.
Okay. You're really torn right now. Even impassioning looking at love family, it's like, well, you've got your child and you've got your sister. Do you have What is your love family score? I forgot to do this earlier.
I think it's different than her love Nimue.
Yep. What is it right now?
Love family is at a 13.
Okay. I need you.
Nimue's at a 14.
Yeah. So we're gonna leave it at that for now. But I think if child is born, I think that becomes a reroll on love family.
Yeah.
And that represents more your nuclear family than your mother or your sister.
Yeah. I'm surprised that high with my mother, to be honest.
It should be hate mother 13.
Mm-hmm.
No, just kidding.
I know, right? I think I have suspicious mother. I think I do have a direct attraction towards her.
We both do.
I don't know.
I think there's this part of Beatrice that realizes that journeying in this condition is not safe and not the most prudent thing for her to do. At the same time, there's the draw of her sister and feeling a need to solve this yourself. That's what I'm gonna do. So with those two in flux, let's test proud versus modest. Can you admit that you are in no good shape to go? No.
Ooh, that's not looking good for modest. Wow. We just are failing all of the things. I failed this, it's broken. Oh.
Hey.
All right. So, I'm not going to stop you from going, but I think you feel that this is quite dangerous to the point where you need extra. You need some insurances. If it's not the kind of thing where you're willing to wander out there without lots of checks and balances in place to make sure that. I think mostly from your unborn child versus.
Yeah, I feel like Owen would echo the sentiments to her that she gave. Like, if it's not safe for me to go, what makes you think that it's safe for you? We're roughly the same, you know.
I should probably ask Cat again.
Does he know?
About what?
All of it. Any of it. Everything that you're telling me.
Oh.
Oh, obviously he knows about the child.
Was pregnant. I was like,
of course he knows. Like, how could he not know about
for that? Of like,
right?
Just oblivious,
bruh.
Did I tell him that she was kidnapped? Shit, I don't know if I told him that she was kidnapped.
Beatrice.
I was afraid that he would not let me talk to my mother, or that he would get upset about it, and so I didn't tell him yet. I know. But he's going to tell me to do the right thing, and it's going to be terrible.
I know.
Well, if
you know how awful it sounds.
And it'll be the right thing.
Like, every time you tell me to
go tell Cadwigan.
Good. Do you need an escort?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
And
Elliot attempts to just like pat her shoulder reassuringly. It's like, don't worry, you married a clever man. I'm sure he can help you.
Oh, he's a little too clever. That's the problem. All right.
So he'll figure it out before you tell him, so it's better that you tell him and he doesn't realize you're hiding things from him.
I get the point. Stop scolding me. And she leaves.
No, I don't. I hardly get the chance, Beatrice. It's so often the other way around.
It's
gone. she's like shouting down the hall. Yeah.
Okay. And all right, so I guess we zoom in on the Cadogan scene. It sounds like an unresolved thing so that we could pick up with the journey. Or do we save that for the next time?
I'm good with either.
Finish it now.
Whatever.
Yeah. Let's finish it now. We can close her. All right, so I'll roll 2d on her. Let's figure out what he's doing this morning.
Yeah, what's Kevin?
Yeah, Bob, you do a roll.
Let's see. That is 75 and 20. Okay, I'm just gonna say that he's just practicing with this, like, I think he's teaching a couple of the knights swordsmanship. Before I say that, is he crappy at swordsmanship? I don't remember.
I don't know.
Not great at it.
He's
I think
not. He's better with a
super
knife.
good at dagger.
Oh, he's got a 16. Never mind. He's fine.
16, but he's not like great at it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And a lot of knights start with 15. You know what? It can be Elian's squire, actually, since the squire's not here. Because Elian has.
No, it's Bowie.
Bowie's squire.
Bowie has a
The squire that's here unwillingly.
Yeah. We'll say it's Bowie's squire, since that kid can't really use a weapon whatsoever. So, Cadrigan's kind of teaching him. We haven't seen Cadrigan instruct anyone before. He's actually not terrible at it as you approach him. Probably the low-born side of, or, not high-born. Not a knighted version of this, and him being a boy seems to be taking to him all right.
I think she waits until they reach a stopping point.
Yep. I think if I remember correctly, we described that one as a bit overweight. So I think he might need some wind every now and then. I believe we described him as very big in kind of all ways. So he's tall, large, and also kind of overweight. So I think he's not in conditioned shape to continue.
Oh, buddy.
Yeah.
I don't know. Oh, he hates horses.
Yeah. So with that, Cadrigan kind of looks over. He looks surprised to see you this early. Usually, I imagine you just do your own thing for like 3/4
most
of the.
Yeah, exactly.
He's like, did they solve the matters with the ladies?
Yeah, I need to talk to you about that.
It's not something to do with your sister again, is it?
They lost her again.
What do you mean by lost her?
I mean, they let someone take her again. And the only clue we have currently is that she's not with my mother. And she was taken by a red-haired knight from Summerland and is now by a white horse.
That's very descriptive.
Yep. There are 2 locations there for their holy sites for Rhiannon, and there are 2 of them, and one is in Salisbury. We don't know where the other one is.
Well, is Lady Olin aware?
I just made her aware. But well, she's not with my mother. My mother's not happy. That's not a shock to anyone involved.
Right.
But I have to figure out what is going to happen.
I think if Olwen is supportive, we can dispatch 2 sets of knights. One to Salisbury, and one to find the second site.
I want to go myself.
He looks at you like, of course you do.
Yeah. You married her, and he's like, yeah.
I think he'll just say, what would you tell me if the roles were reversed?
But you're an idiot.
And?
She looks like this physically hurts her. She's physically in pain from this experience, which I assume he's taking glee in. But, and that you need to stay. I hate that you do that, you know.
He nods. You know, it pains me to do that too. It's just like your magic, there's always a cost to it.
Yeah. Yeah, there usually is. Yeah, walking into Salisbury is not the greatest plan. Probably one of my worst ones, if we're honest.
If Olwen can spare it, I propose 3 riders to Salisbury and 3 to set out and find the second site.
You know you're not going with any of them, right?
Someone has to represent your family. Then he looks like,
I
oh
hate
shit, I
everything
just
about
answered
this.
my question. You see a look in his face when you say that.
I despise this.
Well, we should move quickly.
Why do you always have to be the one to go? And she like stands up.
Do an intrigue roll real quick.
Success.
You saw a look on his face when he said someone has to represent your family. There was a look, and there's this realization that he's not your only family member here, and he thought that ruled him out.
Oh. She's going to like when she like the delayed kind of realization.
Yeah.
Can he fight with his offhand?
Not likely as well as his main.
Oh, I need to ask him too, don't I? 'Cause I'd really prefer that you didn't go.
If Olwen does not order me to go, I will not go, so long as someone is looking after this matter.
I guess we'll find out. I'll talk to him.
Okay. With that, I think we can wrap for the episode. It was a bit of a slower one, but it was fun. We had lots of good stuff.
It had winter phase in it. Winter phase always, I feel like, makes it a generally slower episode, but then we get to find out all the horse stuff and
there was more after a season with Beatrice being married. I did not expect another Beatrice-oriented plot, but the dice did roll that your sister was
again
something, and we'll.
I saw when it rolled.
Yeah. So
I read the thing.
Yeah, you did. We will get to that later. Nimue is a little too important to the story not to make this a pivotal moment. So, pivotal moment it shall be. Why don't we go ahead and do some outros real quick? We'll start with you, Rebecca.
Hi, I'm Rebecca, and I played Olwen, the Lady of Summerland, Lady of Verocrest, and the Princess of Autumn. Come and join our Discord, come hang out with us, come watch our backlog and see where we met all these people that were talked about in this episode. It's a fun time, and yeah, let's be done.
Awesome.
I'm Emily. I played Beatrice, and again, We lost Nimue again. Beatrice is over it, is the answer.
That's fair. Nicole.
I'm Nicole. I played Sir Elliot. Sir Elliot the Lost, formerly called the Fae Knight. And my also special guest for us is sound asleep, and I don't dare wake her.
Okay. That's fair. I just realized that it's just in the math. I'm like, wait, we haven't updated Nimue in a while. It's supposed to be 19 right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. We need her aged up to adulthood. That shall happen. So, in the off time. Anyways, I'm Bob. This was Pendragon set in Summerland, and potentially Salisbury / somewhere else next episode. We'll see where that goes. We are off. We're off next Tuesday. I'm out of town. We're back the week after, assuming everyone can make it. There are sibling games on Friday. We have Anarchy in Nintelli's Legacy, taking place in the north. We made mention of it, or in Gales rather, Wales to the west. So, and to the north of Summerland and Midland. So it's all over the place now for you guys. Also on Sundays we have Salisbury Anarchy, which is where part of this group of travelers will go. I'm not trying to prescribe anything when it comes to the knights and who shall go upon the party. That was Cadogan's idea.
Yeah.
If you want to send a knight, a priest, and
I don't really have.
I don't really care. Like,
what's a Salisbury really deserve anyway?
Right. Yeah. Thanks for watching, everyone. We're not gonna raid out tonight. It's not crazy. Usually my cutting number, about 9 or 10 is usually where I decide. So we'll wrap here. Thanks for watching. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye, my loves.